Leaders face a constant dilemma. On one hand, they want innovation. On the other, they fear risk and worship profitability. The result? Paralysis. Ed Catmull knows this battle. President of Pixar and Disney Animation Studios, co-founder of Pixar, he has spent his career navigating these opposing forces. He created the first fully digital animated film. He turned Pixar into a giant. He saved Disney animation from collapse. His secret? He lays it out in creativity, intricacy, sharp anecdotes, pragmatic lessons, fatal mistakes to avoid. This book dissects the traps that kill creativity and shows how to unlock your team's potential. The goal? Excellence. Chapter 1. Hierarchies block honest feedback, especially when it challenges those in power. The result? Silence, fear, stagnation. Would you question your boss about how they run the company? Probably not. Like most, you fear retaliation or believe your opinion doesn't matter. This fear suffocates companies. When real problems stay hidden, nothing changes. The solution? Destroy barriers, open dialogue. In 2013, Pixar shut down operations for Notes Day. The goal? Unfiltered criticism and suggestions. The impact? Massive. Problems came to light and were solved. But feedback alone isn't enough. Employees must own their work. In the 1940s Japan, one simple principle boosted productivity, giving every worker the power to stop the production line if they spotted an issue. The result? Less waiting, more responsibility, greater efficiency. Yet leadership must listen. Too often they ignore or dismiss feedback. Catmull does the opposite. He talks to employees one by one, he listens, he understands, he acts. It's the only way forward. Chapter 2. Fear of failure kills boldness. It makes people cling to the familiar, avoid risk. The result? Stagnation. A new IT system rolls out. Employees complain. They resist. They miss the old way. Why? Because the unknown is unsettling. Because failure scares them. That's absurd. Failure is inevitable. Learning guitar? Impossible without wrong notes. Starting a business? Impossible without trial and error. Those who reject failure reject progress. In business, fear leads to excessive control, rigid plans, fake certainty, frozen strategies. Companies lock down the future instead of facing it. They miss surprises, opportunities, breakthroughs. Example: after the Pixar-Disney merger, Disney's HR chief proposed a detailed 2-year plan. Goal? Eliminate uncertainty. Catmull refused. He knew a rigid plan was a trap. Direction? Yes. Shackles? Number flexibility. Experimentation. Embracing failure. Without them, there's no innovation. Chapter 3. A leader who refuses to see their own flaws dooms their team. Ignoring feedback is digging your own grave. Ever argued your point even when the other person was right? Of course. The brain loves confirming its own beliefs even when the facts say otherwise. In the 1960s, psychologist Peter Wason proved this confirmation bias. We filter reality to protect our ego. Picture this. You want to host the office party on a boat. 3 people warn you about the dangers of alcohol and water. 1 person praises your idea. Who do you listen to? The compliment, obviously. Until someone falls overboard. This bias infects leadership. Executives think they know best. Fatal mistake. Collective intelligence always beats individual arrogance. At Pixar, an employee proposed a radical change, shifting animation to the final production stage to avoid wasted revisions. The result? Fewer wasted hours, higher efficiency, and a massive hit. The lesson is simple. A leader who ignores their team isn't a leader. They're an obstacle. Chapter 4. An employee without purpose is ineffective. To push themselves, they need to know why they're working. Would you learn quantum physics for no reason? Number effort. Without purpose is pointless. Businesses are no exception. They must aim high. They must aim for excellence. At Pixar, this pursuit of perfection changed everything. During the Toy Story 2, major issues nearly derailed the project. The team could have given up. Instead, they worked relentlessly. The result? A masterpiece. $500 million at the box office. But a goal alone isn't enough. Every employee must understand their role. In the Toy Story era, production managers were seen as obstacles. They were ignored. Yet they knew they were part of a cinematic revolution. So they persevered. The takeaway? An employee who believes they're building something meaningful will always go the extra mile. Chapter 5. Ideas mean nothing without the right people to execute them. A weak team destroys even the best concepts. A strong team turns an average idea into a success. Raw talent isn't enough. People need to work together. An iPhone? A Michelin-starred dish? Not the work of a lone genius. They're the product of experts collaborating effectively. Diversity strengthens a team. Homogeneous groups stagnate. Clashing perspectives fuel innovation. Catmull saw it firsthand at the University of Utah in the 1960s. Math students, artists, engineers, all in the same space. The result? A creativity explosion. Even the predecessor to the internet was born there. Bottom line, without the right team, a company collapses. With it, anything is possible. Chapter 6. A micromanaging boss kills their team. They suffocate creativity, crush motivation, and slow everything down. They think they're in control, but they're sabotaging success. Employees aren't there to follow orders. They're experts. They know their work better than their boss. Pixar understands this with its brain trust. A panel of experts who review films, give feedback, but never dictate. The director has full control. The key? Hire brilliant people and trust them. Catmull only recruits those smarter than him. He knows they'll find the best solutions without constant oversight. Some leaders fear hiring their future replacements. Not him. He builds excellence, not job security. Chapter 7. A manager's job isn't to avoid failure. It's to make sure the company recovers from it. Unexpected challenges hit everyone. The difference between a company that survives and one that sinks? Its ability to bounce back. Instead of avoiding failure, companies must bake it into the process. Pixar gets this. Every project goes through successive iterations. Mistakes get corrected at each cycle without blame. The entire team owns failure, so everyone works to fix it. Example: Monsters, Inc. Chess, Pixar's first film without an experienced director. Problems everywhere. Fatigue, doubt. Yet the team pushed forward, tested, fixed, refined, until the film was solid. Failure is a tool. It's cheaper to stumble early than to collapse at the finish line. Pixar builds time for trial and error into the early stages of projects. The result? Mistakes get absorbed before they become disasters. No one is flawless. The goal isn't to avoid mistakes, it's to learn from them. Chapter 8. The workplace is a creativity engine. A dull, monotonous, standardized office kills innovation. Yet many companies ignore this. The environment must stimulate, not suffocate. At Pixar, a single table changed how meetings worked. Before, a long, rigid table assigned seating and unspoken hierarchy. The result? Only the privileged few spoke. After, a square table, no name tags. Suddenly, everyone contributed. Individuality matters. When Catmull arrived at Disney, he saw soulless, personality-free offices. Employees felt disconnected. Pixar does the opposite. Everyone shapes their own space. A personalized environment fuels engagement and creativity. Rigid routines smother inspiration. At Pixar, employees get 2 days a month for personal projects. full access to resources, total freedom. The result? Happier employees. Fresh ideas that might transform the company. A great work environment isn't a luxury, it's a tool.